Welcome back to the second episode of our Farming Simulator 17 Let's Play. Let's go ahead and deliver the crops that we've harvested last episode, which was, of course, our very first one from this small field. Thankfully, we actually did manage to harvest that in one go. So what we're going to be doing this episode is probably selling some of this crop. Actually, you know what we might even do? Instead of dropping this off, we might even go ahead and fill this trailer up completely. Something like so. Actually, now let's see how. Oh, we can unload here as well. That's interesting. I'm not quite sure why we'd want to do that, but let's go ahead and fill back up. It's 8,000, and now instead of the PDA, we have the escape menu, very technologically advanced. And all right, we've got wheat up at Mary's Farm. Okay, the right agribusiness is 420 euros. Smoke weed every day, right? But let's go to Mary's Farm. Mary Jane's Farm, eh? Of course, we do have to check out where that is, which is going to be somewhere where I've never been, of course. Mary's Farm, all the way down there. I wonder why it sells for so much here, but let's go tag the place. Okay. So now, instead of like giving us a GPS, which I guess would be quite advanced for this game, the icon flashes on the minimap, which is also good. I mean, that works too. I actually don't know where Goldcrest's farm is, where this whole setting is. It seems like it's like Europe or something with these mountainous regions up ahead of us. Oh, right, here we go. We've got the glowing lights as well to guide us to where we want to be. Wonder if that's a black hole in the highway or not. Or we're actually able to drive through there. I'm assuming that's like a black hole and we're not going to be able to drive through. Although, you never know. I mean, they've given us trains to actually drive around in this time. Or control. Actually, it seems like there's lights under that, or in that tunnel. So who knows? We might even be able to have our way in there and drive through. As this little tractor struggles up the path. Let's see if we are actually on... Oh, actually that's interesting. So if I'm driving and I press escape, it pretty much automatically stops, I think. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Yep. So it's not like the game's running behind the scenes. It's just the vehicle automatically stops, which is very interesting that they do that, but... Alright. Now this is yet another field. I think it's got barley in it, maybe? Is that wheat? I don't know, it's got like this green shadow or green tinge on the underside of the crop, on the stems of the crops. So I'm not sure. Alright, seems like we have gone the right way, which is quite the achievement for me. Also, in the meantime, I have completely forgotten. What I should do is hire the workers yet again. There we go. I like how the workers actually have different clothes as well that they wear. Bit of attention to detail. It's just little things that make the difference. And of course, there hasn't really been all that much as that has changed in the game. I haven't really added too much, but just a refining of FS15 after all. Looking forward to actually exploring some of the mods that they've given us as well. These are very different rocks. Interesting. I'm not sure if that means anything or if it's just like a placement. Yeah, these rocks are very different. Like these grey ones. Almost make me think they're a collectible, but of course I doubt that. But alright, so this is where we want to go. I wonder if I drive through, will it disappear or not? I don't think it will it? No. Okay. That was too optimistic. Alright. Oh. And of course it's I. I'm used to pressing Q to unload. Must have been in a previous game. Although I doubt it, but who knows. Okay, now another thing that I would like to check out is if I go click the barn and I go visit. Okay, it doesn't obviously chuck us in with the vehicle. Okay. That's alright, though. So next up, what I'm going to have to do is get this guy. And we'll go back to where we've got the wheat, I think. Actually, what I might have to do is let's go have a look at some hay balers, maybe. Then again, it's not like I do need hay balers at the moment, though, do I? I mean, you can always make a little bit more money, but I think that's going to cost us a bit too much. These are belt systems for... What is it for? The belt will take material from the ground and load it into the next conveyor. Okay. We'll have to have a look at how all of this works. Because there's a lot of new actual, like, additions as well. Forestry equipment as well, which always confused the living... Well, didn't really confuse me, just the controls were very difficult. That looks very nice. The Sampeyer Rosenlau, which no doubt I have absolutely butchered the way you say that. We've also got a couple of chain saws as well, but we'll give them a miss. And I'm looking forward to actually how we get missions. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've got missions set on. I can't remember choosing whether or not we get missions, but anyways. Or turning them off, disabling them. Let's come up over here. And then we'll get to work onto this field. Hire a worker, and he should get to work on this field pretty quickly too. Now, okay, so we're all the way back over here. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit maybe. Although, reading the controls, it seems like we're able to, like, drop our crops wherever we are. Because it says unload here. Okay. I wonder what would happen if you actually had crops in there. To be honest, I'd rather not, but... that wouldn't be very fun. Let's just check out the map one more time. That's field 20. Are there any, like, specifically just grass areas? Actually, here we go. We can check like this with the grey. There's white, there's sugar beets here. But I don't see grass just literally anywhere. Oh, here we go. All right, you can click that as well. That works, of course. All right, so grass was turned off. That's what it was. Makes sense. Wonder what's up over here on the very bottom left, just underneath field 27. Of course, there's only one way to find out, and that's actually driving there. You know what we might even do? Stop unloading for one. And then we'll drive across this big highway, and we'll see what's on the other side. Also, the undulation also affects your tractors quite a little bit in this game as well, which is a bit different because previously I don't feel like the ground really shook all that much, or the tractors really shook that much. Over here we drive on the right hand side of the road, don't we? It's America, of course, isn't it? You can tell by the highway numbering and all that. But they haven't given us any extra toys to really play around with from what I can see. Because usually in our main farm we've got quite a few different plows and cultivators, or at least 2 cultivators I think it is, and like 1 plow. Don't think we've got that this time around. What's that? Is that... that's just to buy a field over there as well, isn't it? Just seems like it was a different colour. Alright, it'll be interesting to go ahead and explore the town here, which actually we've covered this distance very quickly because we're already there. I was expecting it to be up that hill. And I thought those cupcakes back there were pumpkins. I thought we had the Halloween DLC or something installed. Alright, so we've got some interesting stores, some pizza stores. We've got, of course, got the ghost people around. We've even got a basketball. Well, it's not a stadium, but let's pick this up and see if there's like an Easter egg or something that we can get. Doesn't seem like we can really catch it. Doesn't really make any sound as well when you drop it. The basketball. So I think we might as well not waste our time in here. I wouldn't be surprised if there would be something like secret in here. So how much does this town go for? Okay, actually quite a bit. Oh, interesting. Alright. Well then. Well. I think it's just really a waiting game at the moment. I mean, what else is there for us to do? We're waiting. Well, can't really do anything with this guy. So I only own 15... Actually, here we go, 15. Right, we've of course cut that down. And then there's 14 and 12. And we've already gotten to work with all of those fields. And it doesn't seem like we've got anything that's closer to us either, which is quite the shame. Oh. And we managed to get ourselves stuck. So what I'm going to do is bring this guy in over here. Protect him from the elements. So that way we're able to actually be half realistic at least, or somewhat realistic. This guy's almost done. He's getting there, slowly but surely. So let's keep on exploring. And yeah, I thought these little things, these cupcakes, were pumpkins for Halloween. But clearly I was wrong. Actually, while we're here, what's this? This is the Denton Bakery that we just crossed, okay, with the cupcakes. And next up is the spinnery. Of course, we can go ahead and get some fuel here as well, which you very rarely run out of fuel in this game, to be honest. You've got more than quite a bit there. You can pretty much do a whole, like, play the game completely for a good amount of hours, like 24 hours or so, without ever needing to use the fuel, to be honest. At least that's from my memory anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Alright, so the spinnery. Okay, that was the spinnery back there. Now, this is a field. Yes, it is. Okay, I thought it was grass. And I'm assuming that's the store there. Okay. So definitely got some big fields up around here. Yeah, there's definitely the store. Let's go check out what they say over here. Of course, we can sell our vehicles as well. And we get like a good amount of money back. Let's see. Configure or directly sell vehicle. Oh, okay. Customize. That's pretty interesting. Have to check that one out. Vehicle shop. This is your one-stop destination for acquiring new machinery and for selling your old machines. Newly bought equipment always appears on the space next to this building. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and bring this tractor. It's a very dirty-ass looking tractor at that, too. There we go. That should do the trick. And let's go R. And okay, I'll customize that if I can. Oh well, it doesn't seem like I'm able to. Although, oh, here we go. We're able to get wide tires as well. Oh, interesting. Which I'm assuming helps with traction or something of the sort. So that's pretty good. That's actually very, very interesting that they've given us these options. That's something definitely cool. Right, this is always the worst part of the game, the start, because you don't really have all that much money, you don't have really any fields to play around with, and all your vehicles are slow and clunky. So there's not really that much that you can do. What I want to do is have a look at this strange shape just up over here to the left. What is this? It's just like a random park, isn't it? Nothing special. Nothing special from what I can see anyway. There's no mission boards or anything. Actually, that's what there might be here. Because I'm assuming that they give us actual missions. Like there's a mission prompt. But I could be wrong at that. I of course got to start paying off my debts as well. Got some bins over here as well, which I guess we can't really play Garbage Truck Simulator though. Now what is this crop? Looks like, I'd assume that this is withered. Potatoes. Yeah, these are potatoes. Okay. But, oh, right, we've got to remove the tops is what we've got to do. Nothing's withered actually in this game so far, or at least this game save, which is great. Everything needs a bit of ploughing though. Alright, so what I'm going to do is head back over to my farm. Drive over these crops, which doesn't really seem to make too much of a difference. Supposedly it does actually if you drive over some of the crops. I think it's with some special vehicles though. Definitely have to get on top of the mission boards as well, because I'm sure they're there somewhere. Just got to figure out where it is. Alright, so that guy's still going at it. What are they trying to tell me up over here? Here's what we should do. We should play hide and seek. Okay, this is going to be about the water, isn't it? Fountain. Now, fountains like these, you can refill your water tanks. Okay. For like greenhouses and all that. You know what? Let's go egg hunting. And then we can go hunting for other stuff later. Look at this guy go. He's already done half the field. Doesn't take him long at all. Actually, we have our own greenhouse. Oh, can we enter it though? That is the question. No, we cannot. Oh, wow, that is a tease. That is one interesting thing. Here we go. Placeables. And, oh, okay, we've got a water tower. What's this? With this machine, you can clean dirty vehicles and tools. Oh, okay. Alright, so we've got different greenhouses. Be interesting to know the difference between tomatoes and lettuce. Do they give us more money or what? 16 euros an hour is how much it gives us. Got a wind energy converter, otherwise known by some politicians as like a headache machine. We've got a round picnic shelter. Okay, we've got decorative objects now as well. Of course, we've got the typical trees, a utility building, which is also decorative. All right. So it doesn't seem like they've given us too many money-making options. They're still exactly the same. Although we've got like heating plants. Dropping wood chips at this selling station produces heat and earns you money. Oh, that's an interesting gameplay mechanic. Now I guess you don't need to drop them in a river to make a little bit of money, which was pretty strange back in the last game. I wonder what this stuff is as well. Guess their feed, or their food. Chicken feed. Let's get as many of these eggs as we can. It's a measly too. Would have been hoping for a little bit more, mate. But it's not happening, is it? Not happening. Not today. Alright, so back over we go to our tractor. Man, I really wish there was something else that we could do here. I feel like something's wrong. Like they surely would have given us some more tools to play around with. If I go over here, let's go filter all of this stuff. Okay. Yeah, they definitely haven't really given us too many toys to play around with, which is quite sad, really. So, let's go around here and have a look at where we are on the map now. We are right on the top, so let's have a look at this thing. Looks like it's a pool, so let's have a look to the right up here. Up the mountain, I'd assume. That's pretty much the best bet to getting up here, I'd say. So, oh, a wage payment, 800 euros, so we're definitely spending a lot on wages. Gonna have to make that money back up. Gonna have to use a crane over here. Oh, that seems very cool. Oh, so up the mountain at record pace at that, no doubt. Definitely can't be driving that fast up here with a tractor, whether we want to or not. It's not really our choice. Alright, so more fields that we can buy. I wish there was like a stunt jump, Grand Theft Auto style, up here. I mean, we are pretty high up. Oh, okay, so it seems like it's a dam here. Let's just trespass around here. Alright, we can wash our vehicle, I think, there. And we've got, oh, look at that. We've got a beautiful view. That is actually pretty damn amazing. This view. No doubt there's a way that we can get rid of the cursor, which would make things look a lot better. But there's nothing around here. I'd assume there's a gold nugget around here. I'm certain of it. Just the question is where. Kind of actually tempted to do this. Well, I'm not sure if that's the smartest idea though, is it? It probably wouldn't be. Geez, our guy can jump up high, so we've got that going for us. Back into the vehicle we did go. Here we go. I can bring up the map like this. That's probably the best way. And another thing that I want to check up is just what's on the other side of this road. Just to the right hand side. Now, I did miss a day or two of uploading, which is no good, but we're getting there. We're getting much better than what we were previously, so that's always good. It's just, of course, because I'm so used to like getting, I guess, much more feedback and all that. Although I actually did quite a good amount of feedback when I did come back last episode. Oh, look at that physics engine! It's one of those physics engines where vehicles just cannot be upside down. They always flip correctly, like cats. How they always flip on their feet. But yeah, I definitely did get some good responses from you guys. It seems like you guys were keen that I'm back. I'm actually looking forward to all the new games that'll be coming out in the next week or two. Well, maybe not in the next week, but in the next couple of weeks. One of our helpers is finished. Not really helpers though, are they? Because we are paying them. They're more of our workers, to be honest. Okay. Oh wow, we can refuel here. It's not like I can refuel very much though. Would help if I actually did pay attention to the road as well. Alright, so this is field number 4, which seems to be empty almost. Oh, it is empty. And then the next field is very large. That'll sell for a fair few. Actually, field 5 is probably the biggest field in the game, to be quite honest. Alright, so I've already been here. I'm looking at the minimap while I'm doing all of this. Field 9 is tiny, which I'd actually assume that would have been a mission over there or so. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is let's head over to field number 27 and look what's down there at the bottom. So we're going to have to go here and then all the way along the highway. Yeah, that's definitely the edge of the map there. We're not going to be able to go under it, but what would be cool, I mean, I'm going to do this because this vehicle drives so quickly. What would be cool is if we were able to get into the tunnel and it would just spawn us on the other side of it. I mean, that's very wishful thinking. It's probably an invisible wall right around here. Yep. Kind of disappointing, to be honest, because it looks so, like, real inside there. I wanted to believe, but it's not happening. Alright, so let's leg it over here in this dirty ass car. Got mud all over the mats down here, which I guess is very similar to my car, just with sand and the good old Australian beach lifestyle. That is if you live near the beach, I guess. Okay, but then again, pretty much all of Australia lives near the coast, so everyone lives near the beach anyways. Or at least relatively closely. It's a very interesting bridge. Okay, let's turn up left here. So this is where the cows are. So we know that. We're still getting acquainted with the map, of course. I mean, this map is by far the biggest in any farming sim. By far. Alright, so what I want to do is come up over here. What I'm going to have to do next episode, or by the time I record the next episode, is actually do things a little bit better than this. And be a little bit more prepared, I think. It's probably a great start. Okay, it's just a forest over here, I think. So not much. We've got a lookout, of course, with some nice benches and all. So they really expect us to be doing a bit of forestry. Oh, I guess we could. A nice little dirt track and all that. Okay. That's enough of that. Alright, so this guy's done. This field should be done too, I think. Let's have a look. So this field's completely done. With soybeans. This field's done too, isn't it? It's got to be. Maybe it's just field 12. That'll just be field 12, I think. So, okay. The textures between, like when it's sown, and when it's not, like when it's just dirt, are very, very similar. So it does get confusing. Alright, look at that worker just straighten up himself. What a champion. Yeah, that's definitely different texture though. Alright. So, that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. Episode number 2 of Farming Simulator 17. We'll be into making just some modding videos very, very shortly. But until next time, I will see you guys later and hopefully you've enjoyed.